Hi, I'm Melissa Rand, and I am here again at Aqua Plumbing and Air with David Fair.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. Thank you for
Thank
sitting
you.
with me. So how long have you been here with Aqua?
I've been with Aqua for 7.5 years.
Okay, all right. I love that every time we speak with somebody, it's lots of years, so that's always a good thing.
Yes.
And what is your role here?
I am the supervisor for the commercial air conditioning department.
Okay, great. So usually we're chatting with the homeowners about tips for them and their families.
Right.
I'm sure we have some corporations and business owners out here, so
Yeah, for our commercial customers, one of the really important things that gets overlooked sometimes is their water treatment and taking care of their water.
okay.
With chill water or with cooling towers. When they don't take care of the towers or the water, they get mudded up and they clog the lines, and then they have big problems. So we have to cut lines out, and it's very, very costly.
Okay, what are some of those problems that they might keep their eye on or look out for?
Well, they'll start having low water flow. Their temperatures will go up. Some units will shut down, and they won't run. And you actually have to cut the line. Once the water flow is stopped completely, they can't clean it up with chemicals. So it's really important not to let it go that far.
Right.
So they can.
So is that when you turn on the water fountain and it just?
Well, it's
like,
not. Yeah.
Why
Well,
is there no pressure here?
Well, that's
Is that what
domestic
you're-
water. It's kind of the same thing, but it's a different application.
Okay.
So this water it's not domestic water. You don't drink it. It doesn't go through any of that stuff. So it goes through the machinery.
All
And
right.
you chill the water down, and then you send the cold water to the air handlers that cool the rooms. So it's a different type of system than your household systems.
Okay.
So it's very important, the water treatment.
And where should they call? What kind of questions should they ask if they call us? And
If they call us and they're having problems with their temperatures, units shutting down, units not working properly, then we would go out and check their temperatures. I mean, they can check it with a thermometer, their water going in and coming out. And if they have a big spread, or if it's not cold coming out, it's cold going in. So there's little things. Most of them in their commercial division have maintenance people that are fairly knowledgeable, so
okay.
they know how to check it usually. But very important, that water treatment.
Okay. Well, good. What are some other areas for safety tips in the commercial industry?
Very important is your fresh air that comes into your building. Typically they put that into the common areas, but it keeps the whole building with fresh, safe air. Very important. AN is one of the bigger, most popular units that we are certified in AN. But so it takes the fresh air and treat the outdoor air. It treats it, it dries it out, takes the humidity out, drops the temperature down, usually around 70 degrees, and then puts it into the system with the return air. So you have that good fresh air all the time. Keeps the CO2 down.
Okay, and that was
Very
going to be my
important.
next question. What happens if that fresh air isn't coming in?
If you don't have
mentioned CO2.
Yeah, the CO2 will go up. It's just an unhealthy thing, and you get mold, mildew, things like that. And if you just bring an untreated fresh air, you also have a higher humidity. It's really makes your regular AC systems work a lot harder. In residential, they're sized to handle that fresh air, but in commercial, typically you have a separate machine that puts your fresh air in your buildings.
All right.
Very important.
So, hopefully not, but if someone had to call us for this problem, what would be the next steps? With you, with Aqua, what are those next steps?
Well, we would go out with our techs, we'll go out and check their machines. Hopefully they already have fresh air machines. It's something they do when they build the buildings. It's part of the code now, so
Okay.
unless they had a very, very old building. But so we would go out, check the machines, check the filters. Typically we do maintenance for our customers on them at least twice a year.
Okay.
And make sure the filters are clean, everything's working properly, and we're getting that humidity out, giving them good air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. You mentioned maintenance. You do maintenance about twice a year. What goes into the maintenance checks?
So on the maintenance, first thing we'll do is check the filters, put new filters in. We always date the filters so we know it was done, and when we come back we know that the last maintenance was done properly. Check any belts, your motor amps, your compressor amps, and the temperatures are really important on the fresh air and the set points that you have. it's all computerized. Everything's
Of course.
boards. Now it's not simple. So we have laptops for most of them, so my guys can go right in and check everything that the machine does, make sure everything's operating properly.
Great.
Yeah. So the benefits of the maintenance program is with the machine working properly, you get good fresh air to everyone. CO2 stays down. It keeps mold from growing and things like that. And just everybody's a little healthier.
You mentioned fresh air, right? How
Right.
does fresh air come through and help the air inside of a building?
So the fresh air units, typically in a commercial building, are on the roof. And they'll bring in 100% of the outside air through the filter system. They measure that air, the humidity, the temperature, and they will adjust itself to get you the dry air at around 70 degrees. As I
Right,
mentioned
because
earlier.
in Florida, you could wake up, especially now, and it's 40 degrees.
Right.
And by mid-afternoon,
Right.
we're back to 70,
So
right?
these machines are capable. They have hot coils, cold coils. Some have electric heat in them. They have heat pump. They have different coils that will work at different temperatures depending on the humidity and the temperature. So they can work in all different environments with the temperatures being different and still be able to remove that humidity out of the air. You have to be careful not to get too cold with the temperatures, or you can reach your dew point and then you'll actually be creating moisture.
Inside.
Yeah. Or some people have oversized units and they will drive the temperature down so fast they don't remove the humidity. So it has to be done over time. You can't just drive that temperature cold and throw it in there at 70. So you're heating the air up and cooling it down with the same machine to remove that humidity. That's called reheat. So you will reheat the air to get it where you need to be. Most of the units we deal with are AN. They have remote, so we can control it from a computer and from a remote site.
Oh,
So if you have a problem and you're one of our customers, we can go in, say we have a church on Sunday, it's not working, or it's failed and it's dumping in, the air's so cold people can't stay in there. We can go in remotely, typically, and take care of the problem, or at least identify it for the tech that would be on the way to repair it.
wow. All right. And that's
Yeah.
something that ties in with the maintenance. We have to make sure that that's connected too, right?
We would definitely, if you're our customer, we're hooked up to your unit. Maintenance is a must. If you don't do the maintenance,
Yeah. Then
you fail. You also can lose your warranty with your equipment, which is a really big deal. Most of them require you have the maintenance by certified techs.
Okay.
There's a lot of companies that don't have the certifications that you need, and it's really important. Whoever you use, make sure they're certified.
Absolutely. We've spoken about that on another segment. So thank you for saying that once
very,
again.
very important. But and we go back to the cooling towers we had talked about, and how important it is to keep those clean and have that chemical treatment, because you get growth in those, and it can be very dangerous. People get sick, so
Oh, okay.
very, very important to do that maintenance.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for that. That was a lot of information, a little different than
welcome.
we've done in the past for our viewers, so I hope that helps you.
Yeah.
So, for all of our viewers out there, once again, I hope you use our tips and tricks to keep your home, your family, and your company healthy, happy, and safe.
Thank you.